Is there a specific thing you always say? Hey everyone, this is the pop song professor, and today we're going to talk about Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit.
You didn't get the intro right.
I don't know your intro.
I'm Cliff. This is April. Let's talk about Smells Like Teen Spirit.
I already said that.
Hey everybody, I'm Cliff Stummy, the pop song professor. This is my wife April, and welcome to Mari channel. I almost said our channel.
You said Mari channel, like Mario.
It's where we make English class awesome by talking about song lyrics. Today we're talking about Nirvana's song, Smells Like Teen Spirit. April, give us a fact about it.
The song was inspired by another band called the Pixies.
Yeah.
Cliff, name one other song by Nirvana.
One other song by Nirvana?
Any other
Wait,
song?
no, I know songs by Nirvana. I swear I know songs by Nirvana. I can't think of them right now, though. Oh my gosh, you jerk. All-star. April and I were talking before we started filming, and I researched this song for like an hour. And April went and researched the song for like 5 minutes, and then she comes back and she's like, I think I know more about it than you do. And I was like, what, are you kidding me? And so we went back and forth trading facts for a while, and she knows her stuff, so this is gonna be good.
Yeah, if all my years in school and college and being almost done with my graduate degree has taught me anything, it's how to study for a test really fast.
Right before it's time to take it. So there's a lot of things that go on in the song, and the thing that we both sort of got from our analysis and from our research was that a lot of the song, the lyrics are just there. They're just placeholders. Dave Grohl, I believe he was the drummer for the band, people asked him about the meaning years after, and he was like, sometimes you just need syllables to fit into gaps. And some of the lyrics here are like that, but there is a meaning.
Right, the song is less of a poem where every line has a specific meaning, every allusion points to something important, and it's more of an overall message meant to pass a feeling on.
Yeah, it's like an experience or a vibe, even the lyrics are. So he said this, he was actually just trying to goof around when he created the song. He said, I was trying to write the ultimate pop song. I was basically trying to rip off the Pixies, I have to admit it. And he was just trying to do some of the same dynamic things that they were trying to do. But at the same time, he said that part of the meaning of the song comes from him being disgusted with his generation's apathy. That's Gen X, if anybody's counting. And with my own apathy and spinelessness. Maybe the millennials weren't the worst generation ever.
No, I was saying this to Cliff. Something I think is interesting about this song, if you know the song, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you should go listen to it. It's a really awesome song. But a lot of people called it the anthem for Gen X, and like back when Generation X was teenagers. And in case you're not aware of who Gen X is, that'd be your parents, probably.
If you're under the age of like 30.
Which I'm guessing you are. If you're over 30, comment below and let us know, because that'll make me feel smart. It was basically called the anthem for Gen Xers, and I think if you listen to it, it sounds like it could have been written a couple days ago and be the anthem for Gen Z, which is like 15, 16-year-olds today. So really, the big question is, are we all that different, generation to generation, or are teenagers just the same?
That is a good question. Yeah, there's a lot of themes that carry over, and yeah, I think there are gonna be some things different from generation to generation, different things they struggle with, but there's that level of disenfranchisement and that level of feeling disconnected from the rest of a society that hasn't adapted to your little mini generation's culture yet. And it will soon.
The song is a really interesting picture of two things. Basically this optimism and drive and revolutionary feeling that you kind of have as a teen, and simultaneously this sort of deep knowledge that you aren't probably going to change anything, and it's partially because you're just not going to try hard enough. And it's like both of those ideas in conjunction with each other. And I think the cool thing about it is that the writer, whose name I'm totally forgetting, Kurt Cobain, Kurt Cobain said he kind of, or somebody else from the band said they kind of felt like teenagers because they hadn't done all the traditional things you do when you grow up. So they have that like understanding of that teenage vibe, but they were adults. And so they simultaneously had this sort of knowledge that nothing was going to change.
Which goes along with the contradictory knowledge and message of the song. Kurt Cobain says that the entire song is made up of contradictory ideas. It's just making fun of the thought of having a revolution, but it is a nice thought.
Right, it's like simultaneously the anthem for teenagers and making fun of teenagers and the idea of them having an anthem.
So listen to verse 1. Load up on guns, which apparently was kind of slang for drugs. Bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. There's that pretending. We're having a revolution, but it's really just a fake revolution. She's overboard and self-assured. So we randomly start talking about who was probably his girlfriend at the time. Oh no, I know a dirty word, which is just kind of like,
right,
wow, we're being
young.
very rebellious. Yeah. Then in the pre-chorus, hello, 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 how low. And that's where we kind of partially have to keep in mind this fact that a lot of the song is just sort of nonsensical lyrics meant to give the vibe, right? But the words hello, hey, we're here, the revolution, how low are we willing to go? I mean, there's probably some, associations we can draw.
Right, even if the meaning wasn't there in the first place, you can get some meaning out of that anyway.
Yeah, somebody else can put their own meaning into it. The chorus, with the lights out, it's less dangerous, so maybe the fewer problems we can see, out of sight, out of mind. Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious, and then we'll get into the next part. But that line, here we are now, entertain us.
Now that's got to really reflect how Kurt Cobain and the band saw the teenagers of that day.
Yeah.
A lot of people showing up to a dark theater just to be dumb and get drunk and whatever and break the law in little insignificant ways and to be entertained.
Yeah, I think that works out really well, and it's a good picture of a generation. Probably a lot of teenage generations, right? Like we were talking about. It says, I feel stupid and contagious, and I think that line goes back. Kurt Cobain struggled with a lot of self-loathing. One of his greatest fears is that his daughter would turn out just like him, conflicted and twisted and depressed inside. And so there's some really raw emotion in there, but I feel stupid and contagious, and maybe they're spreading that contagion through their music.
Maybe, or maybe that's just the voice of young people. I feel like I feel stupid and contagious could have been like written on a lot of the pictures of my youth, and I didn't even do anything that dumb. So.
He says at the end of the chorus, a mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido. That could mean a lot of things. And instead of speculate, let's talk about verse 2. I'm worst at what I do best, and for this gift I feel blessed. Our little group has always been and always will until the end. And that could mean a lot of different things. The group could be the band, it could be the generation or the people at the concert.
Right, I feel like that's also something that you think in high school, right? Like, this is my little group of friends, we're gonna be together forever, and you really believe that in high school, and it's really not true. Most of the time, some people I'm sure are friends high school on, but...
And we see this level of apathy with I'm worse at what I do best, so the thing that is my special skill, I'm still worse at it from somebody else. And for this gift I feel blessed, and so just kind of wanting to remain in the background or not have to have that pressure to perform there. Verse 3, and I forget just why I taste. Oh yeah, I guess it makes me smile. I found it hard, it's hard to find. Oh well, whatever, never mind. He's literally just trailing off. He's talking about something and then he's just like, and no.
It's like this idea of enjoying something, right? Like he likes the taste of food, or maybe alcohol in this case. Oh yeah, I guess it makes me smile, right? It's like he forgot that it even made him happy. Yeah, I think I resonate with that as not a teen, right? Sometimes I do things that are fun, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? Oh yeah, I think I like it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sort of
like when you're watching
apathy.
a Netflix show that actually sucks, or you go down a YouTube rabbit hole watching videos you don't actually want to be watching, but you're just like, this is better than being bored, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Then the outro, I think it's fairly straightforward. It just says a denial a bunch of times, and that seems to be a reference to how this revolution is really a fake.
Yeah, and I think he's painting a good picture here, and it brings up a good question where I think young people are just coming into this knowledge of morals and like what is right and wrong in the world, and all these big things that are broken with the world and government and people and whatever, and they can see all the problems, but they aren't in a position of power yet. And so there is maybe a level of apathy there, but I think there's a level where it makes sense for young people to be in denial and kind of not think about that so much, because there's not that much they can do about it. Like you're going to high school every day or middle school or whatever, you're going to college, and some people do change the world in their youth, but most people don't. So it's an interesting sort of sentiment on that strong passion that you have as a young person, and simultaneously this complete lack of tools to do anything about it. What's wrong?
I'm so depressed. I'm so depressed now.
None of us can really change anything.
The world sucks.
Can the government even really change anything? People are bad.
Stop. Guys, go keep trying to change the world. But don't think of trying to change the big picture. I think the best thing to fight the sort of depressive thinking pattern is just to say, hey, look, you got to change the world where you're at. I right now have a 3-foot radius that my arm can reach, and so I have the power to change things within a 3-foot radius right now. And your influence and your ability, the friends you have, the people you can talk to, means your radius is actually longer than 3 feet. But what can you change in the world? How can you change the world within your radius?
I think too, if you're gonna change the world in a big way, it will almost always start with your radius here. So if you're thinking, I want to change more than the 5 people that I'm closest to,
yeah,
start there and then use that knowledge and skill to multiply that outward.
Like if you want to solve world hunger and you're like, okay, I want to feed every hungry person, but your favorite YouTuber is actually really hungry and could go for some froyo right now, maybe you become a patron.
No.
Thanks so much for watching this explanation of Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. It has been very fun to explain it with this person.
Wait, you forgot the #1 fun fact about Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh yes.
So
what was it?
He got the title Smells Like Teen Spirit from somebody wrote this on his wall, like
a friend of his girlfriend.
Yeah, wrote on his wall, Kurt Cobain smells like teen spirit. So he thought it was this like cool anthem-y.
Oh, she thinks I'm such a rebel.
Right, and so he named his song Smells Like Teen Spirit. And then
turns out
a few months later he found out that Teen Spirit is
a women's deodorant. Actually, it's a girl's deodorant.
And it was the one his girlfriend wore.
And so the other girl was basically just saying that he smelled like his girlfriend. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out this explanation of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen and this explanation of Hotel California by the Eagles. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Wait, who's Hotel California by again?